Hey, welcome everybody to Unscripted Real Estate Talk, WWDB AM Talk Radio 860. We're coming in hot on a Wednesday morning as always. I love Wednesday mornings because it's my chance to get fired up with you. You're taking time with me and I am here to share ideas with you. It is unscripted and I'm flying solo today. So we're going to have a nice conversation about some really cool topics, about things that we've talked about in the past already, over the past couple weeks. I can't believe it's almost March 1st. March 1st. That means 2 months down. We're 5 months out from the big 250th birthday coming down that we've been talking about. So, hey, Craig Lurch, Unscripted Real Estate, eXp Realty, selling here in the Philadelphia and suburban area. You can always reach me at 267-214-7728. Please follow us out on social media. Craig Lurch Selling 215. Check us out on YouTube also. We've got some great shows. We've been out visiting restaurants in the area, building communities. We have some fantastic houses that other agents have asked us help promote. So there's really some cool homes to see out there. On top of it, you get to see the radio show that actually sits out there. So, because we do video in here and we do post it as some of our posts. So, hey, check us out. The topic today that we're going to be having is Big Pharma moving and expanding in the Philadelphia burbs. Is it good or bad? Is it good or bad? Is it going to help us? Is it going to hurt us? Where is it going to take us? Is it part of solving some of the tariffs? We're not getting political here. We're just talking about things that are taking place. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's change. Change is going to take place whether you like it or not. It is moving in the way I'm looking positive because where these companies are going, it's going to affect the marketplace all the way around. So whether it's Big Pharma, whether it's a mom and pop restaurant, I always say change takes place. And my 3 funnels are to change lives, make money, and have fun. And this is part of change. This is changing lives in this area, which ultimately will make money for the area. And also, let's have some fun doing it. So, all right, huge week in the world of the U.S. We ultimately had the men's hockey in overtime. I was watching that. That is crazy. It was an 8 o'clock game here in the Philly area. I know that my son Corey, my other son Cole, my godson Kyle, and Steve Backhour, a bunch of friends of ours, were all down at Founding Fathers to watch the game. They went crazy because they were sending me videos. I was a little tied up because we had the airing episode at the same time on Philly 57 of our new episode of Selling 215 taking place. So I was kind of like latched onto my TV at 10 o'clock, but I did see the final score, so that all worked out also. But hey, congratulations to the men's hockey. Now let's talk women's hockey. They didn't just do it once. They've done it twice. That's 2 times. That's major commitment. That is setting a bar that is really high. And congratulations to those ladies for doing that. That is not an easy task. It's like trying to win the Super Bowl 2 times in a row. Mahomes was pretty much the ones that have done that, but didn't do that this year. Getting ready and getting excited because I know we got Phillies that are down there warming up. They're down in Florida getting ready to come out and play some sports. We have Sam, my producer, who knows a little bit about some sports. Sam, I'm going to start, what do you think? We got coming into the end of the Olympics. We're getting ready to start the Phillies. What do you think, Sam? They did a little excitement last night down at the White House. They're all going to be getting some medallions. And hey, you know what? It was really neat because you had the 2 brothers that were on there, the Hughes brothers. You had Nelson, who's the 3rd generation of gold medal winners in his family. That is huge. Then I remember some of the skiers. I think there was a Mexican mom that was like 42 and a son or a daughter that was skiing in the Olympics too. This is some crazy stuff. So, hey, you know what? The Olympics come every 4 years, but that's why they're every 4 years. So they actually are big, huge moments in those things. So as we're getting closer, baseball, Phillies, let's talk it right now real quick. What do you think? Does it affect the real estate market in Philly? Yes, because we have the All-Star game coming to Philly this year. Was it April 18th? Or July 8th? It's July 18th, I remember. I got invited to it. All right. Well, I got invited to the game, so I don't. I already know I'm going. I'm going to that, but I just don't remember. It's in my calendar. We're going to go, but we also are just getting off of a huge snowfall here in Philly. Question I have for you: did you go out and change a life? I saw some fun posts that people were posting that are saying, "Hey, I need help with my driveway." Some of it was done just for fun. But I ended up following out with those people in post to see if people actually did show up. Sharon Solomon, another agent who I'm friends with out in the business world, she posted. I said, I'll come and help you if you need it. She goes, no, I posted and my neighbor walked over. I can tell you, I helped my neighbors. I helped some other people randomly. And guess what? That's about what Philly's about. We're about grit. We're about passion. We're about brotherly love. We're about our sports. We're the 5th top real estate city right now with Zillow as people coming in. The number 1, they say, is tourist attraction coming in because of 250th. We got the soccer. We got the baseball. Gosh, I'm looking forward to all of it. This is going to be an exciting next, what is it? I can't believe 10 months between now and 27, but we're not rushing time. We're just talking about the things that are exciting. But question is did this snowfall affect real estate sales? I don't know. I did a lot of transactions even with the snow. We were out still showing. I got an F-150. We have buyers that we were finishing contracts on. I think it was a good time for a lot of people to tighten up some of the paperwork that they had to get done. I know I talked to a lot of my sellers that are getting ready to come to the market. I was checking on them to see where they were going. I actually put a post out saying, hey, if you're tired of this snow and you're thinking about moving, I can help you in any one of the 50 states and any one of the 24 countries that our company eXp Realty and Luxury is involved in. Hey, and guess what? I had 2 people call me and says, get me out of this snow. Show me what I can do and where can I go? Because there is some big moves going on here in the Philly market, especially with interest rates that just dropped below 6%. We've got rates coming in below 6. Everybody was like saying, it ain't happening. Fed's not even involved, but guess what? Rates pickled down in below that 6%. So you want to start looking at that. I know people are starting to refi. I know talking to some of the mortgage people I know, Mike DiGiglio, I know Joe Panapresso, a bunch of the guys out there, smaller, local banks, First Trust. You've got Movement Mortgage. You have Brandon Beatty. Those guys are out there kicking it right now, doing a lot of refinance, which means either people are going to stay still and not move, which means that trade-up buyer may not be there, which is going to help the dinks, the sinks, which is the double income, no kids, the single income, no kids, the buyers that are buying for the first time. Remember, that average age group grew to the late 30s, almost 40 years old as a first-time home buyer. There's some fantastic grants out there for buyers that are buying for the first time. All right, as we always know, it's a Did You Know? All right, Sam, we're going to play Did You Know today, and I know you're not going to know this today, but there are 4 names of people today that if you know somebody, I've already done this morning. I sent out a dozen videos to people that I know under these names. Today is National Nick Day. I'm doing a shout out to my boy Nicky DeLuca at KW. I'm doing Nick Millivoy, who's in my company, EXP. I'm doing Nikki Zagara, who is Zagara Contracting and kills it. Hardscaping, landscaping stuff, did it for me. I got Nick Davis also in eXp Realty with me. They're my boys that are Nick. And also, here you go, Santa. We're giving one for you just to get me off the naughty list, the Saint Nick. So, here you go, Sam. Any Nicks you know you're going to give a shout out for. It's fun. There you go. We have National Billy Day. My boy. We got Billy Baru, the putter, but my boy Billy Fresco. There you go. Already sent that video to you. I know you're on the way down to Florida. You're going to see some baseball coming up this week. We have National Kathy Day. We're not leaving all the ladies out. We have National Kathy Day, and we also have National Jessica Day. Can't say the last name of the Jessica I sent to because she is a Food Network star, and we did sell her a place here in Philly. But I already sent her a video this morning saying, hey, happy Jessica Day. And by the way, it is all about you guys. If anybody says it's not about you today, I'm telling you it is all about you today. And here's some. Do you like New England clam chowder or the white or the red? You like New York, what is it, Manhattan clam chowder or what do you call it, New England? All right, so the white one, which is the New England clam chowder. And then I always look at it, the Manhattan is the red, which is, to New York, which is the Italian side. See, that's how I remember. See what you learned today, Sam? See, you thought this was just about real estate. By the way, today is National New England Clam Chowder Day. National New England Clam Chowder Day. So I don't know about you. I think my mother-in-law likes New England clam chowder, so I might have to stop and get it for her. She always hates it when I bring that stuff home, especially when I bring her all the pastries and the cakes and the pies home, because I kind of like save them for her and give them to them. But oh boy, here we go. All right, as the saying goes, fun. Our funnels are change lives, make money, have fun. Let's get out there. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see how is Big Pharma. I don't even care if it's Pharma. You got some big companies coming to this Philadelphia area, but we're going to talk about two big pharma companies, one coming to the region and one coming directly right in our marketplace. And how is that going to affect everything in the city of Philadelphia and the suburbs? Well, you've got Johnson & Johnson. Let's talk about this. You have Johnson & Johnson, who is doing a huge $1 billion investment in the lower Gwinnett area, up off of Springhouse Road and stuff like that, up off of 309. That is going to be huge. That is mainly coming in because that is going to be taking care of the growth that they're going to be focusing on. That is going to be for cell therapy. It is going to be for cancer research. It is going to be things of that nature. And what is that doing? That is going to be bringing in some major investors. It's going to be bringing in some major executives. It's going to be bringing in jobs. But, when I look at it, it also affects the infrastructure. So they're going to be, bottom line, by them investing that $1 billion over the next 1 to 3 years, you're going to be having infrastructure growth, which means township growth. You're going to have school growth of students that are going to add up. They're saying it's going to create at least 500 jobs in that investment between the bio people that will help with cancer therapy, cell therapy, all those researches that are going to help us live a longer life. It's going to solve a lot of these illnesses that we don't know, that are killing people, that really, I hope, go away. I hope they finally find somewhere along the line a cure for cancer. I've heard that they do have one. They just don't want to do it because it's too big a business. I hope that's not the case. But Johnson & Johnson is focused on that. And this development site that they're doing this in it's not if, it will change the whole area. It will, in my mind, help it. Some people may not like it as much. It's going to add some congestion, not a huge amount, but it's going to add some. During the building times, you're going to have construction. You're going to have some craziness with that. You're going to have traffic. They're going to have to upgrade some infrastructure stuff, maybe more lights that'll take place. But also, as you look at it, you're going to be creating more jobs. You're going to be creating 500 jobs there, but they say 4,000 construction jobs. 4,000 construction jobs to help build and get this site set up over the next 1 to 3 years coming up. That is huge because if the people don't live in the township and they're working in the township, there is a tax basis for the businesses that are there. The businesses that are building there are probably local builders. I'm hoping they're looking into some of the big concrete companies, Molly Construction. Hopefully they're looking into TM Wood. Hopefully they're looking into the people that we've had on our show. Things like that can help with those constructions that actually have helped change the city skyline of Philadelphia for the past 100 years. a lot of these companies are second and third generation that are out there. So I feel that 4,000 employees are going to really build. What's that going to mean also? It means that they're going to be building more luxury homes. So you might have some neighborhoods that get changed over, like some of the homes might be smaller and they might knock them down and build more for some of the executives. There is a ton of executive homes out there in that area already. You're also going to have commute coming in, I think, from that Collegeville area. You're going to have that Skip Pack area. You're going to have that area coming in from Harleysville that's going to be able to hit it because you're able to get off the turnpike. You're able to hit it off of 309 easily. You got a lot coming in off of Montgomeryville, through Montgomeryville also coming that way. So I think that the housing market all the way around there is going to get affected, and it's going to help because of the workers. You're also going to get more rental. I think you're going to get those luxury rental lifestyle pods being built up more. I know Betts, Brucey Toll Investments in the Dresser area built a great project there. I know they have a great one out in King of Prussia. I know they've got another one out in the Valley Forge area. More and more keep coming about. There's a lot down along the river area in the Fishtown market that we talked about that's down there. I've seen a lot of it start kind of in the city inside, but you really need large space to be able to do all the retail, do all the lifestyle living, do all the apartments that are in there, the parking. So they're really staying on the perimeters of the city that are happening there. But are they all going to get affected? Absolutely, they're going to work. The reason they're going to work is because we've got commuter trains that people are going to be able to come from the city and work in the suburbs, and then vice versa. You also have people that are out farther in the suburbs that are going to be able to take transit in to work in this area. So I'm really excited about that. So what's that mean? Is if you're thinking about selling or moving in the next 5 years, let's talk now. Reach out to me. You can always call me 267-214-7728. Why do I say that? Let's set a plan. Let's watch for that increase of when they're starting to bring people in. There's going to be a lot of relocation buyers coming in. I know that already because I've talked to my company, EXP. We're set and we're planning for that to help focus. We're doing marketing information of how to learn more about the area. So if you're specifically owning a home in that area, or if you're hearing this and you're looking to buy in the area, let us know. If you own a business in the area of that Johnson & Johnson and you'd like us to help promote it so you can put more things that are good out there on your website, on your Google, let us know. I'd love to come out and sit and talk to you. I'd love to come out and see your place. We'd love the video. People say, why do you do that when you're in real estate? Well, I do this because I believe in the communities. I want to help change people's lives. And in the process, I know the market better than anybody else. If I'm out doing videos, if I'm out talking to clients, if I'm out talking to business owners, I know the communities. I know where I'm at. So after 36 years, 4,000 plus transactions involved in, this is a fun time because this social media, the radio, the TV stuff is letting me help share a place and a passion like Philly, the grit, the passion, and the brotherly love that we have for the communities that we live in. So I'm constantly out showing properties with buyers, listing properties with sellers, helping other agents promote their properties because a lot of them get afraid of hitting the button in social media or doing videos. So we're helping with that. So if you're looking at doing any of those things, I'm here to help you. You can always DM me. Don't forget to follow me on Craig Lurch Selling 215, Unscripted, and also Unscripted Real Estate Talk on Instagram, and then also out on YouTube. We're doing a ton of posting out on YouTube. There was an interesting conversation the other day. Collaboration among agents is huge. It's not competition. If you're going to use an agent, make sure you find a professional also. We had Christian Radamici on last week regarding home inspections. If you need that home inspection, I'm suggesting get a pre-inspection done. Get it done. Figure out the problem. Get your sewer lines checked through Fresco Plumbing. It's like getting pre-tested for whatever you're doing for an operation. Get these things done. Get the unknowns out of the way, especially if we're setting a plan for end of 26 into 27. But right now is a great time to hit. I don't care. You've got short inventory still. I still have multiple offers coming in on properties and going from there. And also, I have a lot of people that are getting ready to put their home on the market because they've had enough Snow. If you've had enough snow and you want to relocate down south, Florida, Texas, I don't care where, Mexico, Ibiza, whatever it might be, I'm here to help you. Let's talk about how to set that plan and moving. All right, so let's talk about the next step. Let's talk about how would Merck, who is doing opening the expansion really for I think it's Kendruda. I don't know how to say some of these pharmaceutical names, but they're expanding $1 billion down in the Wilmington, Delaware area. Will that affect us? Absolutely. I think they're doing it because of tax base breaks in there for Delaware. I love Johnson & Johnson here. Hopefully, Governor Shapiro helped them out with some credits to get them here to help create businesses and jobs in our Philly area. But I still believe that Wilmington area will affect us. Will affect us because it's going to affect the people that live in the city of Philadelphia that can commute to Wilmington. Remember, you can take it through transit, commuter trains, or you can drive it. Yes, it's a little more congested. They are bringing more people back to the offices, but I think these new builds that these people are doing are going to be from a little hybrid. Not the research part people, but maybe some of the technology people, some of the support staff is going to be able to be a little more virtual coming in and more fluid with it. You might be concerned with, is AI going to take some of these jobs? No, AI is going to take some jobs if you let it take them. What it does is, in my world, calls enhancing. It makes it work faster. It makes it work smoother. We've had Bruno and Stacy Marcinkowski, which is AI Unlocked, on the show. Then they're going to be back again. We've had a chance to talk to them. It's not going to kill us. It's all about, building that trust relationship. It can't tell you answers. AI can't tell you the answers. They say it's going to create these things. I don't know. Whenever I'm talking to my ChatGPT, who is Frankie, and we've named her, and we talk all the time, constantly ask her more questions than I actually ask on Google, because it actually answers in questions that most people ask in, especially in real estate. It can't give me defined answers. It can give me the information that's out there, but at the same time, it's also getting the information that I'm feeding it in the way that I'm asking it. So I like it, but it's not going to replace me. It's not going to replace negotiations. It's not going to replace emotions. It's not going to replace feelings. It's not going to replace collaboration and understandings and things of that nature. I do believe that these big companies coming in are going to help us overall. It does have a ripple effect. It's going to affect income, which is then going to affect the hospitality world, because more people will ultimately go out. More people are going to be able to use the support systems of the city. You're going to have more Ubers being used. You're going to have more. We had George Siobhan on the other day. He was talking, who came from the hospitality industry of the Four Seasons into the real estate business. And in the process of him doing that, he goes, the number one thing he learned is it's my pleasure attitude. If you work with an it's my pleasure attitude, you're going to have people that want to work with you. Ideas, knowledge, all that stuff can be found out. But one thing can't be is trust. Trust is something that can't happen. And that's why I always say that if you're thinking about moving to another part of the country, reach out to me, because I can help you. I'm involved in a transaction then. I have business partners in those states. I can be involved in a transaction. Trust you can't replace. Knowledge we can find. That is one of the key points. And in the knowledge part, you've got these big businesses coming in that are bringing new people into the area. And as they're bringing new people into the area, change is going to take place. They're going to use new restaurants. You've got new things coming in on the mom and pops. I love the mom and pop shops. I love them, because it takes the culture that has been born and bred wherever they're from, and it's putting it in a specific neighborhood in a community. It creates it a lot down the city, but we're really starting to see it more in the suburbs also. I love going, I have friends that love going to the Lancaster Market up in the Newtown area, or the Amish Market up in the Newtown area. I know that in Jenkintown, there's the farmer's produce that's in the neighborhood. So these big companies coming in, I believe, are not are not going to hurt the economy in the area where they're at. I think they're going to bring the level up of it. I think they're going to create supply and demand on the properties, the rentals, the level of luxury stuff that's out there. I think, the schools are going to, the public schools and the private schools are going to have an influx because, they say, what's the average? 2.5 kids a house? I'm not sure where they come that half is. I think it's the coming part of new ones. But, that starts adding in. So if you've got 500 employees, you're ultimately sitting with, do the math, everybody, 1,100, 1,200 kids that could be coming in and affecting the school district. I did not see how many, and again, that spreads out across the city of Philadelphia. I did not see how many employees Merck is going to be bringing in. I just know what I have in that Lower Gwinnett area of where we're at. So let's get into this, and remember, change is going to take place. No big pharma in my world is going to hurt us. I think it's going to help us. I'm here to help you with all your real estate needs, whether they're big, small, whether at the shore, whether in one of the 50 states, whether they're in one of the 24 countries we deal with. I'm here to help you. I can give you the trust you need. I can give you the knowledge you need. I can give you the exposure you need. And guess what? We're going to have some fun doing it. Remember, as you go into it, the 3 funnels: change lives, make money, and have fun. Whose life are you going to change this week? You never know. It might be yours. Go out and change a life, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And we're going to have some great discussions on DSCR loans. Go out and change a life. God bless.